Hello, good evening everybody. Today I am going to discuss Unit 1 Emergence of Western Psychology as a part of introductions. In our previous class, we have discussed emergence of psychology related to Eastern thoughts. In Eastern thoughts, we have discussed Bhagavad Gita, Buddhism, and integral yoga, and also main component we have discussed about self consciousness and external consciousness, or also we discussed about atma and paramatma, and some of the aspect of how self evolved to reach the supreme lord, yeah, supreme goal. What are the basic goals of achievement, yeah, moksha. So most of the thoughts are somewhere around to reach the moksha, whether it may be Buddhism or Sufism. But in this unit 1 sub part as a Western psychology, emergence of Western psychology, we are going to discuss as an introduction part how emergence of psychology develops. So what are the main components which emerge as an introduction as a part of our discussion. So basically, I categorize three parts of Western psychology to as a as a basic components. So one is that Greek heritage, and the second one is the medieval period, and the third one is modern period. So Greek heritage, as we know that Greek mythology and Greek culture and Greek heritage is one of the important contribution to the world. As we know that every literature and every aspect, so Greek influence was lot contributions. So in Greek heritage, first of all, I discuss about Ormion, one person who is related to that person who is the origin of kind of philosophers, we can say. Most of them are Greek heritage. There are a lot of philosophers who contribute to development of psychology. But I am just going to, as an introduction part, I am just mention their name, like Archimedes, Hippocrates, Plato, and Aristotle. As we know, work of Hippocrates and also Plato, Aristotle. These are very famous philosophers, and we know that contributions. What are the contribution of these philosophers? We will discuss on one by one in our upcoming classes. Right now, I'm just going to contribution. Even also there is a period, certain period. I didn't write here the period because we will go in a specific class. We will discuss about detail about these people. So, and medieval period, it's called as a dark age also. I'll also discuss again why it is called dark age. I'm not going to detail about in this video. As a part of introduction, I'm just giving you introduction. Medieval period, it's called as a dark age because of superstition and fear. Superstitions and fear, you know that there is a kind of myths and beliefs also prevail in medieval period. Yeah, medieval Europe, you can say. Generally we discuss about Western context, it is a medieval Europe. And after that there is a lot of changes took place. In that changes we generally call as a renaissance. In renaissance, what happens, people start thinking about human mind, and because it is a kind of origin of thinking, intellectual thinking, we say that here people thinking in different way or scientific way, you can say. So thinking in different manner. So that is the reasons people thinking about mental health and mind, and also about consciousness. So that is kind of we are tilt toward modern thinking about the mental health and human psychology. So this is called medieval period, and then we go to the modern period. In modern period, basically, which is very important incident took place is 1879. The first laboratory was founded in Germany, that is Leipzig, the place you can go to, and you mentioned the name. It is one of the important landmark in history of psychology, we can say. As a modern psychology in modern period, we can put here first lab, and is founded by, well, Wundt. Wilhelm Wundt, and also he wrote the book called Principles of Psychology. Principles of Psychology. So, and after that, we can also mention one important in modern period. Those who influenced is Sigmund Freud. So, Freud. By introducing the Freud, we can also mention some of the psychologists also with this, like Carl Jung, that's also called post-Freudians, and Erik Erikson, like Alfred Adler. We can mention many more psychologists like Alport. So other psychologists also we can go for our detailed class. So I can again just brief one by one. That is the Greek heritage and medieval period and modern period. In Greek heritage, these are some of the philosophers, very popular philosophers, those contribute the development of psychology. And in dark age, medieval period, due to because of superstition and fear, there is a lot of myths exist related to mental health. And that is, after that there is a thinking, intellectual thinking develops, that period called Renaissance. And that is the reasons people start thinking about the human mind. In modern period, 1879, the first lab was founded, and that is because of effort of Wilhelm Wundt. And also he wrote very famous book called Principles of Psychology. And after that, the very famous theory psychoanalysis given by Sigmund Freud. It is a very basic foundation of modern psychology. He is also called as the father of modern psychology. And after that, there is a post-Freudian psychologist who contribute, like Carl Jung, Sigmund, Alfred Adler, and these etc. psychologists contribute a lot to development of psychology. So in upcoming classes, I will go by one Greek heritage, medieval period and modern period, and what are the changes took place. And so you can have an lot of idea about that. And please go through my playlist to have an insight about emergent psychology, because until unless you don't have any idea about emergent psychology, about Eastern thoughts, so it won't give you that much of insight. So please go through my playlist, and please share and subscribe. Thank you for watching videos.